Hello, this is Mr. Yoon, and today we are going to be learning about how to solve linear equations when you see variables on both sides. So what I mean by solving linear equations with variables on both sides is that previously you only saw the letter x or some other letter only on one side, but starting this lesson there will be letters on both sides. And I'm aware that a lot of students are scared of seeing letters in math, uh, but letters are just numbers. And hence, today's key phrase is that variables are just numbers under a mask, so you can just treat them just like any other numbers. So, we're going to learn how to solve linear equations with variables on both sides by using a balanced scale model. So over here, I have a question that tells you that 4x plus 4 is equal to 2x plus 6. So we're going to add 4x's on the left side and 4 ones. And on the right side, I have 2x plus 6, so I'm going to add 2x's and 6 ones. Then now it is balanced. So my goal is to have only x on one side and the only ones on the other side. So first, on the left side, I see that there are 4 x's and 4 ones. And since there are more x's on the left side than on the right side, I'm going to choose to have only x's on the right side. And I do that by getting rid of 4 ones but the thing is, now the balance scale is tipped to the right. So keep in mind that we just got rid of 4 ones on the left side. Then to keep it balanced, I have to get rid of 4 ones on the right side as well. Then it is balanced. Now let's look. And I said, okay, I only want x's on the left side, and I only want ones on the right side. Then I can get rid of 2 x's on the right side to just have the ones. But then now it's imbalanced, so I have to get rid of 2 x's on the left side as well. Then it is balanced. And on the left side, I have 2 x's that are equal to 2 ones. That means that if I get rid of 1x is equal to 1. Now over here, I have a different question. I have 3x plus 2 is equal to x plus 4. So therefore, I have 3 x's and 2 ones on the left side, and I have 1x and 4 ones on the right side. So let's try to see how to do this using equations. So I have, like I said, the goal is to have only x's on one side and only ones on the right side. Then on the left side, I have 2 ones that I need to get rid of. So, and the thing is, to do what I do to one side, I have to do the exact same to the other side to keep the balance. So from both sides, I am going to subtract 2. And if I do that, 3x plus 2 was equal to x plus 4, now becomes 3x on the left side, which is equal to x plus 2 on the right side. And again, so now I only have 3 x's on the left side, but on the right side, I have a mix of x and ones. And on the right side, I only want the ones. So then, from the right side, I have to get rid of the 1x. Then, I'm left with 2x is equal to 2. Now, I need just the value of 1x. So if 2x's equals to 2, and if I try to get to just 1x, I have to divide both sides by 2. Then I arrive at x is equal to 1. So now, the thing is, we're not always going to have the model given to us. And drawing the model every time we do these questions would be quite inefficient. So what can I do if I was just given an equation, if I have to do it on paper? So over here, I have a question that says minus 4 minus 5n is equal to n minus 4. So keep in mind, our goal is to have only n's on the one side and only the numbers on the other side. And over here, and we have the first step is to choose which side I'm going to have the variables. And over here, I have minus 5n, and on the right side, I have n. So I personally prefer to keep the variable positive. So over here, I have minus 5n, which I do not like. So I'm going to choose this side to have the variables. So on this side, I'm going to have n's, so variables. And on the left side, I'm going to choose to have numbers. So then I have to move, that means I will have to move this minus 5n. And I can get rid of this minus 5n by doing the opposite of minus 5n, which is plus 5n. So I'm going to do plus 5n and plus 5n to both sides. Then on the left side, minus 5n and plus 5n will be cancelled out. And I'm only going to be left with minus 4 on the left side. And on the right side, I'm going to have n plus 5n, which is 6n minus 4. Now, on the right side, I said, oh, I only want the variables on the right side. Then what do? I have to get rid of this minus 4. And I can get rid of that minus 4 by doing plus 4. Plus 4. Then on the minus 4 and plus 4 will get cancelled out. And on the right side, I'm going to be left with 6n. And on the left side, minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. So then, now I know that 6n is equal to 0, which means we're going to have to divide both sides by 6, because 6n means 6 times n, and opposite of 6 times is divide by 6. Therefore, I find that n is equal to 0. Now, let's do one last example. So over here, I have 5 plus 3x plus x is equal to 1 plus 6x. So again, the main goal is to keep all the variables on one side and only the numbers on the other side. But before we do that, we can see that there are 2 x's on just one side. Then what we can do before is, I can choose to move 6x to left side or n5 to other side. But before that, I like to just simplify both sides as much as I can before we do anything. So then I'm just going to simply do 3x plus x, which will become 4x. So I'm just going to rewrite this with, again, so 5 stays as 5, plus 3x plus x is 4x, and on the right side I have 1 plus 6x. Now, over here I have a bigger x on the right side, so I'm going to choose to have variable on the right side. So on the right side I'm going to have variables, on the left side I'm going to have numbers. Then I have to move this 4x to the other side or get rid of this 4x by subtracting 4x from both sides. So then I'm going to subtract 4x and subtract 4x. Then I'm going to be, and the 4x's will get cancelled out. And on the left side, I'm only going to be left with a 5 On the right side, I'm still going to have the 1, and then we have to do 6x minus 4x, which will become plus 2x. And now, on the right side, I only want the variables, so I need to get rid of this 1. And I'm going to do that by subtracting 1 from both sides. Then I'm going to be, the 1 and the minus 1 will get cancelled out. And on the right side, I'm going to have 2x. And on the left side, I have to do 5 minus 1, which is 4. Then I have 2 times x, which is 2x. 2x, which means 2 times x, is equal to 4. Then I just have to divide both sides by 2. Then I arrive at x is equal to 2. So let's summarize today's lesson. So the first thing is that you have to look at both sides and see if you can simplify. And this is only true if there is really something to simplify. And then second is choose which side you're going to have the variable by looking at which has a bigger number in front of x. So if, for example, if I have 2x on the left side and 4x on the right side, then I would choose to have the variable on the right side. Or if I have, let's say, 2x on the left side, but have negative 2x on the other side, then I know that 2 is bigger than negative 2, so I will choose to have the x's on the left side. And number 3 is move all the x's to one side and numbers to the other side. And lastly, once you have done that, you just simply have to solve the equation. That's it for today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Bye.